Hi, I'm Matt Jameson, and as one of the hosts of Leeds Pride 2024, I'm working with Welcome to Leeds to bring a series of interviews with some of the prominent LGBTQ+ community ahead of the festival. So we're joined today with my good friend Terry George, who is a prominent figure within the LGBTQ+ community here in Leeds and Yorkshire. How are you doing today? You all right?
I'm good, actually, Matthew. Yes, I'm surviving, dodging in and out, keeping myself busy.
I know, keeping yourself busy. Well, you've got so much going on, especially in the run-up to Leeds Pride, which you're very much involved with this year, which is incredible. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that and about how the festival is evolving this year?
So first of all, the date's changed to the 21st of July, which makes it more appealing to a lot of people because we did clash with Brighton Pride, and it makes it more appealing for people in Europe as well. It was a lot of heads put together, deciding when we're going to change the date to and reasons why we should change the date, and that's what we came up with.
Okay.
There's going to be lots of things happening. It's going to be amazing.
And what does Pride mean to you? What is the most important thing about it? What fills you with joy when you think about Pride here in Leeds?
I think Pride to me means that exactly what it says on the tin. I remember the days when we opened Fibre, you felt if you want to be in a safe space, you go to a gay venue. Now that's not the case. And like I was going to say, on people's profiles, you can see that they go anywhere. They go to all bars in Leeds, and around, and they're accepted. And I think that's amazing. I think that again makes me feel proud to be from Leeds. It's happening in other parts of the world. But Leeds, we seem to have this warmth about us. We seem to have an element of people accepting who anybody is.
Because obviously you own some of the big gay places, gay venues in Leeds. We've got the Viaduct, we've got Fibre.
I remember the days when we opened Fibre, you felt if you want to be in a safe space, you go to a gay venue. Now that's not the case. And like I was going to say, on people's profiles, you can see that they go anywhere. They go to all bars in Leeds, and around, and they're accepted. And I think that's amazing. I think that again makes me feel proud to be from Leeds.
I agree. And it's about that inclusivity, like you said, and bringing everybody within the LGBTQ+ community, but allies as well. Anybody that wants to be in that environment. And as we know, it's so much fun as well. We do fly the flag for the gay bars. I want to go back a little bit further as well. Pride is such an incredible statement, I think, for the LGBTQ+ community. And I remember when I was young, I came out at a really young age. So I was 15. I was still at school. Kind of not been really talked about. And I wanted to ask you about kind of your coming out story and how you came to terms with your sexuality and that journey for you.
So I came out, I think I was the age of about 17 when I came out. And I didn't go out drinking. I still don't drink. I'm a teetotal. Cheers. Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea.
So I've always been a teetotal, but I remember standing outside the New Penny at the age of 17, wanting to go in, just looking, to pluck up the courage to go in. And I remember people would say at school, or when I heard people on the street, they say, "Oh, stay away from that place. They've got 50 pences stuck to the floor." And, and I didn't. Honestly, that's what I thought. And I didn't know what it meant. Well, I knew what it meant and what they were implying. And I didn't know if it was true or not. And I was terrified to go in. So I plucked up the courage to talk to somebody who came out. And they took me in. And there were no 50 pences stuck on the floor, but there were £1 coins stuck on the ceiling behind the bar.
Wow. What were they for? What was it?
Maybe they wanted to stretch up and not bend down.
Oh, right, yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I think it was just a bit of a gimmick.
Muscles.
Yeah, when they have foreign currency and stuff stuck up on the ceiling. Yeah. So, but there was no 50 pences on the floor, and I became addicted to going there on a Sunday lunchtime when they had the cabaret on.
Yep.
Lily Savage used to be on, and some other big players like that.
Oh, wow. Lily Savage
David Dale.
Lily Savage was on in the Penny.
There was some big names that they had.
Oh, wow.
But coming out was interesting because my mum had said to me, she'd said someone at bingo had told her that I was gay, and I don't know why they would say it or even anything. There was no reason why.
Did you know this person, or was it?
It was a next door but one neighbour.
Right.
She was not a nice person.
Right.
And she had no reason to say it. I actually confessed to my mum, yeah, I'm gay, and we had that moment where we cried, and it was quite comforting from her. But I didn't tell my dad, my 3 brothers. I didn't mention it to them, but just my mum, and she was accepting of it. She loved it.
I think it's like that when you're a gay man, and that relationship that you have with your mum.
Yeah.
I think it does empower it a little bit, and you do have that closeness. I'm the same with my mum as well. She loves it. She loves the fact she can come out to Fibre and enjoy a night out. Yeah,
I think getting it off my chest to my mum was the biggest thing, because obviously you worry about it and what other people think. And the biggest fear for most people I know is coming out to the parents or their parents finding out and being rejected. That sense of rejection, I think, is a big worry that people have. But you'll know as well that there's nothing better than telling your mum and being accepted without any discrimination or any rejection whatsoever. It's the most amazing feeling in the world, isn't it? And it doesn't matter after that who you tell, whoever finds out, because if the world finds out after that, then it doesn't matter, because you just want to be accepted by your closest.
What's your favourite memory of kind of growing up then in the LGBTQ plus community? But what's a standout memory for you that just think that was amazing and really made me feel so accepted and part of the LGBTQ plus community?
Well, I don't know if you know, but we used to do a competition called Mr. Gay UK.
I do. I was at one of the events, one of the finals, when Jay McDonald was singing there
right, yeah.
at the Town and Country Club.
That was it. That to me was one of the most proudest moments when we actually got Mr. Gay UK onto national television.
It was on Channel 5.
Channel 5.
I remember, yeah.
Incredible. And I thought, wow, this is groundbreaking. This is a movement. This is something that's changing, because you didn't see many things, and to have Mr. Gay UK, a male beauty contest live on television, and it was in Leeds, of course, as well.
Exactly.
With a huge audience. And that was one of my proudest moments. And I look back on that and I think, wow, that was groundbreaking. It really was.
What's your most favourite thing you're looking forward to then with this year's Leeds Pride in July?
I think the future of it is exciting. And I know that this year's kind of a bit of a test, really, to see how much we can get more mainstream people involved, and how we can get it more accepted within different communities. And then excited to see how it just progresses and grows from there, really. That's what I'm looking forward to with it.
And are you hopeful that it will be able to remain a free event?
All of us, between us, it's not my pride, it's our pride. It's anybody who's watching, it's our pride. We're just there helping. And of course, it's important to keep it free. It's pretty much the only free pride in the UK.
Well, that's amazing. It sounds so exciting. I'm so excited about this year's event and to be involved in it as well. And
can I just say something?
Yeah.
You make a great cup of tea.
Thank you. To say I don't drink it as well. I'm not bad at making a brew.
Not bad, cheers.
Thank you. We talked a little bit about coming out stories. I remember I was in Manchester, I was 15, and I was at, it was like a drama school over the summer for 3 weeks. And I was the youngest person there. My mum and dad have always said they wish they'd not sent me, because I was like a rabbit in headlights. Everybody else was like 17, 18, 19, and I was 15. And at the end of the summer, at the end of the sessions, some of the guys there were like, let's all go down to Canal Street, because it was Manchester Pride. And that was the first time that I saw in front of me 2 men kiss. And that's when I was like, that's me. That's who I want to be. I identified with it straight away. And then that's when I kind of found myself and knew who I was. And I got a boyfriend. And then that's when there were rumours going around at school. And I was in a drama class at school, drama lesson, because I did GCSE drama. And there was a guy that was my best friend, and there'd been rumours going around, and he kind of made a joke in front of everyone and said, "Oh, have you got a boyfriend, Matt?" And I was like, something just clicked in me. I just went, "Yeah." And his face dropped. And I can remember it to this day. His face dropped and went, "Are you gay?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." The room went silent. Then the bell went, and everybody went to break. But then within 10 minutes, the whole school knew.
Really?
It spread like wildfire. And then I was in a position where I had to tell my parents, because everybody else knew before my parents. So I had that conversation with my mum, and it was so difficult to actually get the words out and say it. And I remember my mum actually said it first. She went, "You're not gay, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Those words are the worst, aren't they?
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Are you?
But I said, "Yeah, I am." And I remember saying, it's the one thing that Dad will hate me for, Dad will hate me for. And she cried.
Oh.
And we had a hug, and then she said, "We're not going to tell your dad." But then I was going out, and I was not coming home. I was a bit of a rebel, should we say. And then so my mum had to tell my dad, because he was at his wit's end, didn't understand where this behaviour was coming from. So my mum had to tell my dad. But then my dad came to me and he said, "You're my son and I love you.
Wow.
And whatever and whoever you are, I love you."
That puts
and that was amazing.
a lump in my throat. Isn't that beautiful?
It was amazing. And me being who I am has completely changed his perspective on the LGBTQ plus community and everything. I would never have imagined that my dad would be as accepting as he is. And, you know, I went on that TV show a couple of years ago, Married at First Sight, and my dad was there. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Terry, and it's been so great to hear your story, where your inspirational story, really, of where you've come from and you're coming out, and also your thoughts and feelings and aspirations for Leeds Pride. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.